What's up, guys? Mega Bleeder here with another episode of Stoneblock. Oh, I just got a stick. Stoneblock 4. Back where you get sticks all the time, whether you want them or not. I mean, I guess there's a command you can turn it off. Between the episodes, I did a little bit of prep work. I didn't do a whole lot of progress stuff, but I wanted to get the episode prepped up. That way we could flow through finishing out some stuff. And then I had a brilliant idea. So let me tell you about it. First things first, though. What's brown and sticky? I think it's just a stick. We'll hit delete. Throw that in the trash. Okay, so between the episodes, I prepped up a couple of things. We needed these guys. We're gonna need them to get into magical trees for the magician. We're gonna need some obsidian plates and some brass for the machinist. We got a couple of things that we're gonna be getting into. I also prepped up some stuff from Just Dire Things, and actually this is going to be my first time playing with Just Dire Things. I went ahead and set up a foundry from Productive Metalworks. I put a glass corner here on it. I thought it was, I don't know, kind of neat. You could see in there. You don't have to have like a top on this, and this block is kind of just extra. Now, I know most people like to build these in a 3x3. I don't. I like to build it in a 4x4 interior. That way I can drop like a whole stack of materials in there. If you do 4x4x4 tall on the interior, it's got room for 64 items, so you can drop a whole stack of, I don't know, say cobblestone in there to process it. I prepped up some stuff to craft in our world engine. And what else did I do? Oh, I set up some more bonsai trees, some more bonsai pots to run some trees. So I've been taking some of the items out of there. But I mentioned before that I wanted to build our base in the pre-generated structures that the Feed the Beast team has created. That's why I kind of hollowed out this pillar here to put our unearthers in there. And then I had what I think is a brilliant idea. Why don't we just build our base here? There's nothing stopping us from building our base here. Here in the world engine room, you can place blocks. You can't break blocks. They are protected, but I tested out and you can place blocks in here anywhere. I had the idea, watching some other YouTubers, because you have to place things down around your world engine. I had the thought to myself, why don't we just build here? So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So if we head back home, I crafted up a bunch of cardboard boxes. These we can actually use to easily move our inventories. So we could pick up our barrels, move them. Oh, we got an advancement. Moving day, apparently. Use a cardboard box to move another block. And it maintains all of the inventory. So really common to use these on spawners and things like that. But what I'm going to do is take everything that we have here, and I think I'm going to move it to the world engine room. So yeah, I'm going to get to work on that. Okay, so that should finish it out. Everything. I don't have quite enough cardboard boxes to get all of our kind of copper barrels here and our bonsai pots. So between those, the small farming area here, and then over here, our animals. Those all have to come back for later, but all this stuff, we can just pick it up. Our whole entire base. And go to our new base. And the nice part about this is here, we can fly. So this is going to be where the entrance is coming in. Now, I will admit I haven't given a kind of full breakdown, or haven't gone through a full breakdown of where everything is going to go in here. And you know, truth be told, I don't know how much world engine building is going to happen in here. I'm guessing that everything is going to happen here in this area. So if we build over here or on these outside edges, I hope it's not going to be a problem, but I guess we'll find out if we place something down and we got to move it in the future. But what we can do is, let's see, up here maybe? Hmm. Where do I want to put things? I think, yeah, this spot over here is kind of calling to me, so I feel like over here is gonna be the way we do it. Now I can place, oh wait, nope. Not that. That was the wrong one. I can place that down, pop that open, and there's a crystal barrel for us. Be able to take everything out. And these are the other barrels that I've got. So let's start with these. Oh, and this is carpet, apparently. Okay. All right. So we're going to need... Maybe I don't want to put it up here because of this carpet, and I can't break it. So maybe it would be better suited, unless I put down like a floor here. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna move down here, and then up here we'll put like machines and stuff like that. I think that's gonna be a better bet. So let me break these. I was about to break that with Ultimine, but I don't know if that would cause any issues. So down here are drawers. Let me actually go through and get a lot of this stuff reset up, and then I'll be back. All right, so here we go. I tried to lay it out in a way that'll be kind of semi-permanent. I think we've got our unearthers here, and I can add more to it as we expand onto the process. So we've got our hammers back here, and that's all automatically going through. I do have some inputs here for brushes and food. It was interesting. I was trying to figure out a way to get the unearthers to kind of fit inside one of these. I was debating on putting them on the side, but I thought it'd be kind of neat if I can try and integrate some things into these areas here. I think there is enough room. There are some other unearthers that we'll need in the future, and I think I'll be able to manage putting them over here in a way that looks neat. But yeah, I laid everything back out and got us all moved over. The only thing that's left back at home is the chickens and the crops, which I moved the trees up here, and because of the carpet underneath, I can't put something in line with these not so mysterious cubes. So I just was like, okay, well, I'll put glass on top and we'll have a glass floor. I might end up moving these copper barrels and changing the way that I've got these set up. But I think that this will work for now until maybe I get another creative idea, or you guys let me know something that is a little bit more interesting. So what I want to do today, we're going to need the archwood planks, and I don't believe I grabbed any out of a barrel, so let's grab some purple. Let's grab... I don't think we're going to need all that much, but we can go ahead and hit that. Craft those down into some planks, which is going to let us unlock this. We do get a tattered tome. That's the documentation for Ars Nouveau. And then we also get a gift of pebbles. Let's hope it's something good. Okay, wither skeleton skulls. Interesting. Actually, I think if we wanted to, we could probably fight the wither somewhere in here. Like, we could place down a wither over here, and it probably wouldn't be able to get out, because everything in here is unbreakable. Oh, I just put on a wither skeleton skull. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Honestly, turn everything black and white. Some Sky Factory. Some Sky Factory, shenanigans going on there. So the Tattered Tome. So that's going to have a lot of ours information that we might get to later. I'll throw that in our random junk chest there. The first task from the magician is to unearth magical trees from the world. Okay, so we've got that. We got our saplings. If you're more of the explorer type, you may also find some magical resources in the Arcane Grove. Use the compass provided by the magician to guide you. If you're planning to engage enemies within the grove, make sure to equip at least diamond gear. You should return to the magician once you have completed this task. Now, I know that armor is going to be a challenge. Do I have sugar in here? I do have another sugar. So I know that it's going to be beneficial for us to upgrade our gear. So I do have a little bit of ferrocore here that I smelted up, but we'll get some more going. I think I want to try and go with the Just Dire Things gear as much as I can, as well as, let's see, there's the armor, right? Ferrocore leggings, blaze gold stuff, and then getting up to Celeste gems. Blaze Bloom Goo. It looks like we'll get to this after we go exploring into the Nether, but what I want to do is open up this other quest and get this started as well. So an obsidian plate. We've got that, and we're also going to get a lava chicken and some cooked chicken. That's pretty neat. Before you can create the casings used for the world engine, you'll need to have acquired lava and obsidian. If you haven't already, make sure you go speak to the machinist to get an entropy manipulator to create lava. Obsidian is a strong enough material to support the strength of basic casings, but you'll need to press it into plates first. So making obsidian... Oh, page 1. There we go. You can alloy it in casting base and molten obsidian. You can alloy it with lava and water. So back when this was at home, I actually placed it in. Why are there was some fake copper plates in there? I put water and lava in here to cast out some obsidian. That's why we've got so many obsidian plates there. This lava chicken is going to come in handy if we get into the roost mod. And I'm actually going to place that here so we can come back to it later because that's going to be important. This cooked chicken, that can go in there. Over here, we're going to need brass and brass casings. So I know I'm going to need all of this and a brass ingot. So if I take that and that... Now, can I click? Yeah, there we go. Click brass just on there, like so. And I think... I'm not sure, but I think I need these casings in the world. Brass is an easy and malleable alloy to work with. It can be used to create some basic casings. You'll need to combine these with obsidian plates to create a stronger foundation. So the obsidian plate, by reinforcing a brass casing with an obsidian plate, you can create a casing strong enough to withstand the weight of a train. This is a big step towards upgrading the world engine. Head back to the machinist to show him your progress. So if we take this and click it there, that's our machine casing. Fantastic. And we get another random award, a fluid hopper. Interesting. We could use that for, I guess, water? I don't know. That's a weird thing to get. So we need to go back to spawn. And from here, we're going to go and talk to the magician. And there's actually voice acting for this now. So we updated our shop. Void upgrade, soulstone, ornate rings, ring of recovery, starbuncle. Mage light. That would be nice. Amplify, Lesser discount. Only one discount ring can be worn at a time. Oh, so does that make everything in here cheaper, I guess? I get torches and ooh, the nutritious chicken feet. Is there's not the other one. Let's click this button.
With these magical resources in hand, you are ready to shape vessels that may hold the living magic of the world. Source. Once you can gather and contain Source, the next step is to channel it into the world engine. But take heed, apprentice. Source cannot be controlled by mortal hands alone. The world engine, despite weakened, may yet grant you the means to fashion a wand that can command the flow of Source. Craft a Dominion wand, a magical conduit to command Source and guide its movement. You will also require 2 pieces of stone condensed with Source.
All right, so we need a Dominion wand, a Source relay, and 2 Source stone. So a Dominion wand, a Source relay, is that what it said? A Source relay, and Source, a double click stone. And that will be gotten from a Source gem surrounded by stone. Simple enough. Let's go to the machinist. We got that completed. Let's hear what he's got to say.
We'll need a super powerful alloy that's usually only obtainable via the world engine. Problem is, yours is too weak to handle the infusion method, even if you had the resources. Our records show there are corrupted vaults out there, hiding forgotten materials from ages past. WERK isn't fully aware of what awaits you. I'd recommend gearing up with at least some diamond gear, just in case. Find and explore the vault, and infuse the train casings with the alloy you find within. Bring me 20 of those alloy-infused casings.
All right, so find shadow steel within the machinist vault and craft 20 shadow casings. So we need this compass here, the explorer's compass. So let's head back to our world engine base. And for this stuff, we're going to need these. And I was going to make the slow melter. That's going to take 200 ticks. This guy does need power. We needed 4 ferrocore for that. So put those in there. Let's grab... Why? Okay, there we go. We can cook that up, grab 4 ferrocore, and we're going to need our power. I'm worried that that's going to... Our energy cube is going to pop into that lava. We're going to have to upgrade our power source pretty soon. So let's drop the ferrocore in there. And then I'm going to drop those in there as well. That's going to make the melter. So we got the compass, and we're going to get the slow melter. There we go. The slow melter, this can just melt some things. I don't know if there's something specific that we need from here, but I do have it. It does take power, so let's put it over here. And I'm going to want it someplace where we can pipe out fluid. I don't know. Maybe there'll be a good use for that later, but there isn't right now. Okay, so imbuement chamber and source stone. Let's grab a couple of these guys. Let's grab... I'll just take 8. That'll be totally fine. And then what we need, hoppers, or we need some way to move items. I'll take a drawer. And lapis. Lapis is going to be here. We'll grab a stack of lapis. And one more drawer. so magical stuff. Let's put over here. That's one thing. There are a couple of things here and there, like these lights, that make it kind of difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be 8. I haven't quite exactly figured out the best way that's going to make sense to do a lot of this stuff. Using the base design I kind of have set up here, but that's all right. That's the fun part about Minecraft, is figuring out how to do things. So we're going to need those guys set up there. And we'll put drawer there. I'm not going to put a drawer there yet. We'll put that in there. That's going to take those out. Let's lock that. And here, these are going to take a little bit of time, but once I get one source gem, we'll be able to pull them out of there. I really like these item pipes from Oratech. They're really simple. You don't need a wrench to configure them. Now, you do need to put a motor on them if you're going to have it do some more advanced things, but it works out pretty good, in my opinion. What else do we need? So we've got the source gems that are to be happening there. Locating the vault. We do have a compass, so that's checkmarked. And what we need to do is the create vault. Vault of the machinist locator. So that's nice. And here, if we search create vault, it's telling us we need to go that direction. So that we'll have to get from... Why did that not work? Oh, the game's lagging real bad, apparently. Oh, there we go. Let's lock that. It should pull this out of here, right? So our lag gets caught up. Let's see. Ooh, a big chunk there. Doesn't look great, right? Where'd that other pipe go that I broke? Okay. We lost a pipe, but no big deal. Let's drop that off, put that pipe in there. Let's head over to here. I actually want to, not laser, mining laser. This is what I want. Mining gadget. And I believe we should be able to craft all this. And then can we also get a 3x3? We can get that. We can get efficiency. Awesome. So let's get redstone and lapis. I'm going to need a lot of both. Let's throw those in there. And I want to go with this laser gun, I think. I'm looking at the wrong inventory. I need glass panes. Don't have any glass in there. I got some in here. So we'll do that. We're going to get a couple of these upgrades. The MK3 laser. And then I shift right click, precision mode, range, volume. Okay. And we need the modification table. That's going to let us edit. I feel like my game has been really laggy. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. Now I can throw that in there. Okay. Now I'm going to want an efficiency upgrade. And we're going to need redstone. I can grab a stack of that. That's going to be fine. So upgrade that. Upgrade that. 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 And that's a full upgrade. Range as well. So let's max out the range. We need a diamond block, emerald block, and 4 lapis blocks. This is going to make it a lot easier to traverse through the world. Silk touch? Can we make... we could do silk touch. Void junk, magnet, 3x3. I'll take... Ooh, I don't have ender pearls, actually. Maybe I should go and get some ender pearls. And I'll probably get silk touch. I need an apple. And that will come from here. So... the silk touch upgrade. Golden apple. Blank upgrade. There we go. Put those in there. And then I'm probably going to need a capacitor upgrade as well. How much quartz do I have? Only 7? Where did I get this quartz from? We can probably get soul sand. I don't know what I got it from. It was loot from someplace, I guess. Okay, so we don't have a battery. But I can stick this in our energy cube, which is over here. I should probably make another one of these. Well, that's going to fill up. Let me actually take this over here. And what kind of capacitor do we have? What kind of energy storage can we carry with us? Basic capacitors from power. Let's see. How about an energy cell? Now, I don't think we have integrated dynamics. That's a pretty easy one. Battery. Power. We could get these. That's 1 million. 4 million. We could craft up a 4 million battery cell. Actually, Additions has batteries also. But I don't have the infrastructure to be able to make that right away. Let's go with a basic battery cell. I think I have everything I need to be able to make that. I need 4 of these. I'll make a regular battery. Then I need another set of these to make a basic one. And now, if I activate that, I can take that and put that in there. That's going to charge. Sweet. And this won't let me break anything in here, but I can break everything else. Range, visuals, silk touch, efficiency, precision mode, range. There's a way to change the color of the laser, but I'm not worried about that right now. Let's see, once this gets full, we'll go and find our vault. Okay, so taking a look at our compass, it says that it's pretty far that direction. So what I'm gonna do with the new laser is just mine out in this direction pretty far. And then from there, once I get out to the point where I can kind of see it, or it's straight off in this direction, which looks like when we get to, I don't know, about here. It says it's that direction. So I'm going to head this way, and I'll be back once I get there. Okay, so I was a little bit off. I didn't realize that I was looking at the compass incorrectly, but now I am 256 blocks within it, so I should be able to hit this compass. Right, can teleport. I shift right click. And if we go in here, let the world load a little bit. Now there's a puzzle that goes along with this. Turn fluid handles to allow fluid through the pipes. The fluid tanks to open the doors. So if I do that, that's going to start pumping that through there. That's a fluid valve. Interesting. Some pumps are too slow to fill up tanks. With more throughput, you're able to fill this tank. Now, I know from having watched some other content creators play through this, there are supposed to be some, like, secrets throughout here, so that's why I'm flipping those levers. But what I can do, turn that guy on, that's going to flow through here. This has a threshold switch. Interesting. Now, that legitimately scared me. I wonder if do we have the swab? Yeah, I probably should have grabbed a cotton swab before I came in here. Maybe I'll have to come back and do that. But we do get an artifact from that. Holy Locket. Hold shift. Now, this is actually my first time having played with this mod. So there's a way that you're supposed to discover it, right? Grants the wearer the ability to turn enemies healing against them. Now, I don't know how exactly to use these. That was me equipping it. Okay, if I hold shift, isn't there a way that you discover it? I don't really know. Or is it already discovered? Oh, here we go. Let's see. Costs 50 levels. And we need to outline this. So it's some sort of like chalice goblet thing. Looks like going around this direction. That go up there? Okay. And these... That won't go up there, but that goes up there. And... there's something else. Another connection that I am missing. We can undo connections. Interesting. There we go. Nice. Has two toggleable modes, holiness and unholiness. In the red holiness mode, it steals 13% of the healing from visible enemies within a range of 7.8 blocks and transfers it to the relic's wearer. In the blue unholiness mode, deals damage to all visible entities within the same radius equal to 33% of the healing received by the relic's wearer. Interesting. Okay. And how do we change it? This is actually my first time playing with the relics mod. Oh, that was re-rolling stats. Reset levels, level up. Each time any relic in the inventory gains experience, regardless of the method, 25% of that experience is gained by this relic. Activation of the faith ability. Okay. How do we activate it? Hmm. Let's take instantaneous use. Use the left Alt key outside any interface to call up active abilities. The ability will not work under effect of silence. So left Alt. I right click. Let's go keybinds, category, relics. So active abilities, left Alt, and that's left Shift. Research, relic under cursor. Okay. Let's see. Only 3 pipes are fast enough to fill the tank and unlock your reward. Or we can press to open the door and skip extra rewards. I don't think that I care too much about all the extra rewards, so I'm just going to push the button. Wrench is going to be used, so I can get a wrench, although I already have a wrench. And is there a way that I can teleport back here really easily? I don't think there is, because my inventory is full, and I forgot to chunk load my base back home. There's not a good way to set this spawn, or to set a teleport here. I might be able to run back to the world engine and be able to chunk load really quick. How do I chunk load that way? Chunks modified. That's how we load it. Okay. So go back here, hop in here, do this, and go back home. Ah, I miss it. Okay, I'm going to head back over there. Alright, so I had to switch my game mode over into creative. Apparently it's a known bug, but I went through, did the whole create vault. It wasn't all that fun, I'll be honest. I mean, it's different, right? But just not quite for me. But you can see, like, I can't open this, obviously can't break it, anything like that. So that kind of screwed me up for a little bit there. But we do have a bunch of shadow steel, and we've got a bunch of stuff to take us through to the next part. I tried to relog and everything, and nothing would work. So over here, we've got all the shadow steel that we need. We need to make 20 shadow steel casings, so we're going to need 20 train casings. So we're going to have to go back to the world and do that. Go back to the world engine. We can hop in through here. It's going to have to reload. But what I need is to get some more brass. And brass is just 1-to-1 on copper and zinc. Really? Okay. I guess I forgot that. Here it's a 3-to-1. How much do we have? I don't know that I need that much. So we'll take that. We'll pop that in there, and that one. And then we need, that's zinc. Yeah, that's 20. Take 21 zinc. And pop this in there. I'm going to let that alloy up, and I will be back. All right, so I made up some brass casings, and we're going to get the train casings now. Place those down, and then we need 20 shadow casings. We'll break all those guys, pick them up. Okay, so that is what we need for that guy. I'm going to need an encased chain drive. So let's see, will that be, I think it's just iron nuggets. Yes. So let's do that. Let's do that. That completes that quest. We get, ooh, a gift of stone. Oh, the blaze gold helmet. Nice. Let's see. It's got, oh, protection 4 and unbreaking 10. That is pretty good, honestly. So the way that unbreaking works is each one adds a 10% chance to not take damage. So unbreaking 10 is a 100% chance to not take damage. That's really easy to repair anyway because it's got lava repair on it. So we just drop it in a lava source and it'll fix it. But we're good here. So we need to do that over here for the magician. We're going to finish both of these guys. We'll take our source stone once the game comes back. So we've got those. Apparently we can get a hopper. That's how you would automate it. They're trying to tell you. While the imbuement chamber can slowly draw in magical essence from the world, it cannot create the source that you need to upgrade the world engine. Source can be drawn from many different sources, using a source link. There are many different options, but the agronomic source link is a great starting point. You'll also need a way to store the source. Store the source, the link collects. Oh, okay. The source link collects. Which can easily be done by placing a source jar near the link. So we need a source jar, and I'm going to go the agronomic source link, because that will make source with... I'm actually going to take all those. It'll make source from grown crops. I'm going to drop those in there. Suppose I'll throw those golden apples in there. There's a bunch of crap here that I need to disconnect. Or that I need to sort. Sort. That's the word I was looking for. Let's put that in there. Let's put that away. Put that away. And I'm just going to clear out as much as I can from here. It's going to be our loot chest. And I think if I do that, that'll be everything. That. Let's see. Did I take anything out of there that wasn't supposed to be taken out? Doesn't look like it. We got a bunch of brass. That's pretty nice. I guess I didn't need to make up all of that. What else? Blaze gold sword. Is that better than... the attack speed is faster. Yeah, so that's better than my sword. Let me just throw that in there, I guess. And that should be all good. What books did we get? Growth Serum, Infinity, nice. Breach, Density. Breach increases the effectiveness of attacks against armored targets. Okay. Increases attack damage based on your fall distance. Sweeping Edge is nice. Density increases attack damage based on your fall distance. Oh, that's just another density. Nature's Blessing. Hose may be used to bone meal crops. Right. So we'll put those away. Let's put our mining laser away as well. And we'll take that shadow steel and dump that in there. We don't need it just yet. So we are going to make a source jar. To make a source jar, let's make 2 source jars. 2 source jars, agronomic source link. We're going to need some source stone. We're going to need an imbuement chamber. Wait, I already made those. We already made the imbuement chamber, so that one can just go... Oh. Interesting. They can be placed in different orientations. I did not know that. We need the source relay and the Dominion wand. I know that I need those. The Dominion wand is a stick, gold ingot, and 2 gems. Right, yeah, 2 gems. A gold ingot, and I have sticks up here. And that doesn't require anything, so we can just drop that right into the world engine. Like so. Source relay should be simple enough as well. So we can do that. And I'm not sure, what did we need this source stone for? Some pedestals, maybe? Do not know. There's our Dominion wand. And I guess what I'll do is head back to our original home, and the agronomic source link can go here. We'll put our jars there. We get a loopy. The loopies are nice because they drop some pretty high-end storage things, like the crystal chests and stuff like that. So over here, I should be able to fill this up pretty quickly. Right? So 17%. Now, if I stand a little bit closer, let's see. I'm going to save that sugarcane. And then eventually I'll make a sugarcane farm using SNAD. But we can get a whole bunch of source. I'm going to fill up both of these source jars and then come back. I don't want to ruin your ears here trying to make those up. I did apparently break these. Okay. So I'll be back. Okay, both of those are full now. So let's head back to our world engine base. And I think I can place those there. Source relay, we can pop down there. And I think the Dominion wand... Let's see. We got that. We got the Dominion wand. With this power of the source gems, you can harness the flow of source by making a source relay. Using a Dominion wand, you can direct the flow of source between jars. By installing the source world engine upgrade, you can direct source into the engine to craft more magical items. And we got... What is this? Unidentified Alfred GG's Meat Shredder of Destruction. Ooh, this thing. No big deal there, huh? Okay. What is this? Control T to activate the World T Haven. Right-click damages enemies in front. Iframe ignore. Oh. It's a chainsaw? When held, plus 25 fire damage. Let's do this. I haven't done any of this, so I don't know what that's all about, but we just got a sick weapon. Okay, we're gonna have to play with that here before too long, I think. That's gonna be really helpful with some dungeon stuff. So finally, we need to take this and click on that, sending to one location. So we take this and set it to there. Taking from one. How do we do the upgrade? By installing the source world engine upgrade. Okay, how do I do that? Submitting the blocks required for the upgrade and claiming its reward will automatically assemble your team's world engine. Any blocks placed where an upgrade shall be voided. Okay, so we do that. So how does it work? It's got source. It doesn't have source. Do I need to put a source block near it. Interesting. Taking from one location. Once you've acquired the ability to produce source, you should return to the magician to learn how to use it into the world engine. Okay, and then this guy, once we do this, we need to go to the machinist. So let's head back. And then we're going to talk to the magician. And complete that. Remember this, apprentice, the path of magic is endless, and its mysteries ever unfold for those attentive to its call. My teachings halt for now, though my wares remain available. The work system will be updated with knowledge soon. Okay. All right, thanks, buddy. Now we go to the machinist. Not only did you survive the vault, you actually successfully infused the alloy into the casing. Sorry I ever doubted you. Bud, chill. Let's see, you don't have much more to help at the moment, but feel free to check in my shop. What do we got in the shop? Conduits. Chicken trainer. I know I'm going to need a chicken trainer. We got a way better collector already. We have a mysterious cube. I don't think we need any of these. Impact core from just hammers. Battery. The external heater might be nice for our furnace. Our furnace. Okay. And now we go back to the guidance fella. Let's head back to the world engine and see. Because I thought the casings did something here, right? Oh, okay. Something happens now here. I just dropped that. It looks like there's placed two blocks for the source upgrade. Dropped one there, so let's go back up here, and now I can do this. How do you get source? I don't know how to put source in the machine. Oh, we got an upgrade here. What do we got? Hoppers, really, dude? Let's see. This guy's doing that, and we got this. Submitting the blocks required for an upgrade. We'll submit that, and we'll submit that. Ooh, yeah, there's a new cinematic. Neat. That's our shadow steel. And this is where we submit energy or stress units. Okay, but how do I put source into this? Does it need to be a hopper? I don't know. Oh. Okay. Interesting. So I just right click on it, apparently. All right, so all that's done. Now that you've unlocked a few world engine upgrades, you should head back to the Echo of Guidance. Make sure you've claimed any outstanding rewards from other echoes. When we get another Unearther level. So back to spawn. and now this guy. Progress verified. 3 new archives are ready for deployment. Let's see.
Your world engine can now support Tier 2 upgrades. The WERK will now reboot 3 additional archives. The Echo of the Fabric.
Okay, the Echo of the Fabricator oversees thermodynamics and mechanical processes. Echo of the Enchanter governs magical infusion and item enchantment. Interesting. And the Echo of Wayfinder specializes in transportation and items discovered through exploration. Return once you have completed at least 2 world engine upgrades. So let's see, the Fabricator. Oh, I have to meet him first. Okay, so we've actually got to fly over there and talk to them. So let's see, the Magician, the Machinist, we already had those, the Quartermaster, the Catalyst, the Infernal. So what, are we over here? The Wormwright, that sounds interesting. Twilight Ancient. Am I going across over this direction? The Enchanter. This guy's probably got something to do with, like, apotheosis. Dig Deeper quest. We got the Horizon. With more archives unlocked, it's now time to explore the lobby and find the Echo of Enchanter. Okay, $20. Let's see. What kind of shop do you have? Rainbow Coal, Heart of the Sea, Sigil of Socketing, Sigil of Withdrawal, Gem Dust, some Artisan Scroll. Ooh, there's our GM Cursed Chicken Feed. There's a lot of stuff in here. Alec Matter Tank. Interesting. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Do you too seek the power of the deep? It has been many eons since I first wove the theory of enchantment, an art still practiced to this day. And now, it seems you are next in line to walk this path. May your fate be better than the Nidwits who failed to control the deep and turn this realm to stone. To claim your world engine upgrade, you must follow my instructions carefully, lest the deep consume you. Begin by delving into the depths of the world, where a dark and ancient power lingers. Within its lair, you may uncover echo shards that carry the essence of the deep. Alternatively, you may encounter a certain explorer who has returned with echo shards of his own. Completing the Wayfinder's task should persuade him to trade some, if you, like many others, prefer to avoid the dangers of the deep.
So we need to get an Echo Shard. Let's get rid of all that. Echo Shard. Gray Paste and Echo Dust. We could buy one from the Wayfinder later. What, it's a Warden drop? Okay. Alright. Can we use any of this? No, we can't use the enchantment table. Okay, so let's head over and find the other guy. Who do we need? That was the Enchanter, so we need the Wayfinder and the Fabricator. Fabricator. What's he gonna be trying to get us to do? Ooh, Oratech. Nice. What's your shop got? Water generator upgrade for functional storage. That will be good. I've already got cardboard boxes, a pocket generator, equipment charger, some actually addition stuff. Ooh, a compact giant chance cube. Anything good in here? Some power cells, smithing templates, thermoelectric generators, garden cloches. Can we, what do we need? Yeah, we can make the garden cloche. We don't need to buy it. Let's see what he's got to say.
Oh, wonderful. A new person to bother me. You might have already met my younger brother, the Machinist. A real genius, that one. That's not his real name, of course, but you didn't come here for family stories, did you? I'm assuming you're after that world engine upgrade. Let's get this over with so I can go back to actively ignoring everyone. This next upgrade isn't anything spectacular. I'll be showing you how to work with thermodynamics so you can send heat into the world engine. Not as impressive as what the other Echoes offer, but it's what I've got. To start, a superheating element will give you a good foundation for a resistive heater. There are other options out there if you're clever enough to figure them out, but this one will work to start things off. You're going to need a ton of power to kick this thing into high gear, so make sure your power infrastructure is up to par or you'll regret it.
Okay, so a resistive heater. That should be simple enough. Yeah, that's not going to be bad. Magnetic coils. I'm going to get into immersive engineering for our processing there. All right, and then last we have the Wayfinder. And he is just the next cave over. And that's right here. All right, buddy. What are you wanting us to get into? Ooh, what is this? Occultism. Okay. And pads. All right, bud. What do you got in this shop? You got a mob swab. Ooh, a compact machine. I was actually thinking about that earlier. We got a robot, a Wixie charm, automaton wolf from immersive engineering. Wonder what that does. The blaze jet. Oh, there's the echo shard. Whirless big blossom. Bastion fruit. Starbuncle wheel. That'll be nice. What did we get here? Gateway of Overworldian Knights. Relic of the Frozen Oath. Gateway of the Hellish Fortress. All right, let's hear. What do you got to say?
Well met, traveller. Are you seeking a new adventure? Or perhaps a new path in life altogether? While I cannot promise you the latter, I can point you toward a certain vault that may satisfy your adventurous spirit. Most of your journeys so far have relied on ordinary travel mediums, such as walking or running. Effective, yes, but hardly efficient. Hidden deep within the deep slate lies a vault rumoured to contain technology capable of translocating your very atoms from one place to another in the blink of an eye. Such a discovery would be invaluable to us. And what's in it for you? Well, chronoton stars are supposedly safeguarded by a powerful being within this vault, and these are essential for upgrading your world engine. These stars may be infused with glass to create chronoton glass, a material said to bend time and space to your command. The task ahead may require a little out-of-the-box thinking.
Retrieve a chronoton star from the vault and craft at least 36 chronoton glass. Chronoton star. Resonator. Was it this way? Oh, this way. All right. So we need that guy, and then that is used to make glass. Okie dokie. Ooh, what are these blocks? Okay. So is there anything in here we want to buy right away? No, I don't think so. From the compact, looks like we need some more ender pearls, and we could get a personal shrinking device. Does it say what size these are? Does not. That's kind of a bummer. Like, what size is that? Is that the big, like, Soren one? It's like multiple chunks. Let's see. What did we need? If we do the Wayfinder first, that will get us to the point where we can buy Echo Shards. I think that's going to be the way to go. Now, they said within a vault. So which vault is that? If we click this guy and Echoing Dread Vault, I think it's the Porta Vault. I think is the one it is. Let's see. Deep In the deep lies a vault rumored to contain technology capable of translocating your very atoms from one place to another. Yeah, that's the portal vault. Okay, so let's head back. So we're pretty set up in here. We got through the first section, Foundation, and now we are in Horizon with more archives unlocked, blah, 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 blah. We got a little bit of money there. We got some money there. Okay, yeah, so here it says get the compass, and then we're looking for the Wayfinder's Vault. Is that it? The compass can sneak, whatever. Get the compass. Now, the Wayfinder knows everything there is to know about traversing the world. He mentioned a secret power hidden within a vault encased in the Deep Slate Ring. Note, it might be worth making an explorer's compass to help locate the vault. You managed to find your way through this vault's puzzles. The Chronoton Star should be yours for the taking. Find, yeah, the portal vault. There we go. Okay. So that'll be what we're going to go for. Before you can complete the Enchanter's first task, you'll need to find a tougher version of stone. Dig out further into the world until you find some deep slate. Well, it might not look magical. The remnants of the ancient magic can be tapped into for their ancient powers. And then lastly, that's this guy here. So I think that's what we'll probably do first is find that portal vault. And if I actually went out to the deep slate, oh, that goes there. And then, are we teleporting? Why is it not letting me teleport there? Interesting. That should teleport me, like, way out here. Unless I don't know how this works. Oh. I just reset it. Okay, so what I could actually do is go this one? Or do I have to stand on it for a while? Shift, click. How does it work? Okay. Well, I'm going to call the episode there. Let me know in the comments what you think about our World Engine base. If you've got any ideas on how I should set things up, or maybe it was a bad idea putting it here. I don't know, like I said, if these areas are going to be populated with something later after we're upgrading the World Engine, or if it's just this area that gets blocks placed in it. But yeah, we did some fantastic work today. Thanks for stopping in.